world's greatest guitar. It's like they got it right out of the gate. And today we're looking at the brand new Fender Player II series, and this is the Player II Telecaster with a maple neck. It's got some upgraded specs, nicely upgraded from the Player I series. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about the Player II Tele. We're gonna put it on the bench and pull it apart, and then of course we're gonna plug it in and play it. If you're in the market for the Player II Tele or any other gear, do us a big favor. Click to buy new gear using our link. When you do that, you get fast free shipping, you get easy payment plans, and you help us make these reviews. So thanks for doing that. We're also giving away an American-made Martin acoustic guitar when we hit 100,000 subscribers. To be in it, to win it, make sure you're subscribed. Hit subscribe right now if you haven't, and sign up via Gleam. Everything you need to know is pinned in the comments or down in the description. All right, let's take a first look at this brand new Player II Telecaster. I love a good Tele, and this looks like a no-nonsense, great priced Tele with some serious upgrades, like I said, from the Player I series. Let's get to work. All right, check this out. There's a beautiful 3-color sunburst. There's 3 other colors that are available. I especially like the coral red. I'm always a sucker for a red Tele. But this sunburst looks fantastic. The thing you'll really notice with this maple neck that's new and improved is the rolled edges, which just feel fantastic in the more modern C-shaped neck. It's got a satin finish, so what actually looks great is they've got this tinted gloss finish on the headstock, but once you get to the back, you've got a satin feel on the neck for a great smooth playing experience. You got Alnico 5 pickup, so a little bit hotter output we found in this series. String through body, part of the essential component of a Telecaster sound if you ask me, but then a more modern 6-saddle design for keeping that Tele intonated and in tune. All right, well, let's take a look under the hood before we plug it in. But at $799, I think it represents a good price, and I think Fender did a great job upgrading the Player series in general. So let's head to the bench, get some measurements, pull it apart, and then we'll plug it in. All right, starting up at the top of the headstock, you got this gold Fender spaghetti letter logo, Telecaster on the front. I love that aged kind of tint to this gloss finish on the headstock, and the gloss looks sharp because you flip it around, you'll see it's actually satin finish on the neck itself. Made in Ensenada, made in Mexico here. These are upgraded tuners. I love these vintage style slot tuners that they're now putting on the Player II series. Synthetic bone nut, maple neck. I like the size of frets as well. It feels comfortable, and these rolled edges with that satin feel. Very nice playing experience. Coming down, you got an alder body, 3-tone sunburst. They went with a more modern bridge, so it won't really get in the way of your hand. You got 6 saddles for maximum control over intonation. Alnico 5 single-coil Fender pickups, volume tone, 3-way switch, no nonsense, just a straightforward Telecaster at a great price. Let's get the strings out of the way and take a look under the hood. I like that 70s style F logo on the back of the plate. Looks really sharp. Go ahead and flip this around, pop the neck out, get a look at the raw alder underneath. We've got a 9.5-inch modern radius, and then the truss rod is adjustable at the top, which I always appreciate. Let's go ahead and get some measurements on this neck. 1.65 inches at the nut, 0.84 inches at the first, up to 0.85 inches at the 12th. Alder body comes in at 1.78 inches thick. Flipping up the pickguard, we'll take a look at the neck pickup. You can see it's also routed for humbucker. They are making a Player II Telecaster with 2 humbuckers, which is pretty cool. So we'll definitely review that as well. You get a look at the underside of the neck pickup and the body route in the alder body there. And then lifting up the control cover here, all hand wired, pretty standard stuff, 250K CTS pots. Flip on the multimeter, we'll get a reading on these pickups. Wow, surprisingly high, 9.9 in bridge, so definitely hot. We're at 7.7 in neck, 4.4 combined, definitely hotter than your traditional or vintage Telecaster, so we'll see how that sounds. All right, let's get a weight. 7 pounds, 8 ounces, we'll call it 7.5 pounds. Great weight for a Tele, happy with that. All right, let's spin this around. Feels great. The neck shape is fantastic. The rolled edges feel so nice. I love the satin feel on the back of the neck. It really, really resonates and sounds great unplugged. If you are in the market for this guitar, do us a favor, click to buy any new gear using our link. This is my favorite part. We're gonna get this plugged in. I'm gonna show you clean tones. We're gonna dirty it up and then let it sing behind a track. On the other side of the performance demos, I will give you my honest reaction to playing this guitar along with a final score. So stay tuned and drop a comment as we go. Let's get to work. All right, the Player II Tele was a blast. I love this one. You stuck with me to the end. I'm gonna give you my final score based on 3 main categories: overall playability, overall sound, and overall value. First, drop a comment and let me know what you thought of the Player II Tele. If you're in the market for this guitar or any other gear, do us a favor. Click our link and shop now. Shop for new gear, buy your gear using our link. It helps us make these videos, so thank you. Now let's break it down by score. When it came to playability, I found this neck shape to be a knockout. The modern C shape with these rolled edges and the satin feel in the neck feels fantastic from a playability standpoint. The guitar came set up from the factory really well. Everything was executed beautifully, and it is noticeable, the little touches, the little upgrades, everything from the tuners to the rolled edges. They put a lot of care into the series, and I really like what they're doing for $799 here. From a playability standpoint, perfect weight for a Tele, 7.5 pounds, really playable neck. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9.2 on overall playability. When it comes to overall sound, I was a big fan of these pickups. They read a little hotter than traditional Telecaster pickups, and I had a lot of fun pushing them with some dirt. I had kind of 2 levels of gain I was throwing at it, and it handled everything beautifully. That's the thing about a Telecaster. They really can do everything. They are a tonal chameleon of all styles. You gotta have a Telecaster. This is a great way to get one at a great price. So we'll talk about value, but if I'm giving sound a score, sound alone, it even sounded great unplugged. I will give this guitar a 9.3 on overall sound. And then value. For what you're getting, a straightforward, no-nonsense Telecaster with single-coil pickups doing everything a Telecaster is supposed to do, and then even a little more with that hot output. I'm gonna give it a high score on value. I do wish it had a soft gig bag even, or let alone a hard shell case. You wanna get a bag or a case for this guitar. But all that said, at $799, I think this is a fantastic guitar, and I'll go ahead and give it a 9.3 on overall value. That's gonna bring our overall score for the Fender Player II Telecaster to 9.3. Fantastic score and a fantastic guitar. I'm really impressed with what they're doing. This was a knockout example of how Fender has stepped up to the plate. If you're in the market for this guitar, buy it using our link. You'll find it down below, pinned in the comments or in the description. Be in it to win it. Make sure you're subscribed. If you have not, hit subscribe now. We're growing this channel, this community of guitar players and traders just like you, and we want you to be a part of it. When you subscribe and sign up on Gleam, you'll be in it to win it, our American beautiful D28 acoustic guitar that we're giving away when we hit 100,000 subscribers. Thanks for hanging out today. Check out the rest of our videos on the Player II series and a whole lot more from all the brands on Play and Trade Guitars. I'm John, that's Zach behind the camera. We'll see you next time. Take care.